$1,000 on select new models, or drive away with 0% interest. Don't just dream about the open road, own it. Find your cure for spring fever at nisqford.ca. Above expectations.
With Halley and Douglas. Get the inside scoop for your team on Fantasy Frenzy with Halley and Douglas on Sports 1440.
Presented by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky.
Good morning. Thank you for tuning in to Fantasy Frenzy here on Sports 1440. Connor Halley, Brandon Douglas, Josh Fenwick, and intern Mackenzie with you here from the Sports 1440 studios in West Edmonton Mall. Chilly Friday. Also, Friday the 13th. Crazy things could happen.
Ooh.
Spooky.
I'm not superstitious.
Did you guys?
I am a little stitious.
Did you put that together in the morning show that it's Friday the 13th?
I think it was the first thing Kevin said, and he added the same sound effect that I did.
Ooh. Did you guys talk about spooky things and scary movies?
Yeah, it's called the Oilers game last night.
Oh, I was hoping to avoid that.
We talked. That was the scariest film you could have watched.
It wasn't great. It wasn't great, especially considering, coming off a pretty good performance against the Colorado Avalanche. You're thinking, hey, they're not going to go out there and trail after the first. Maybe they'll come out and have some emotion. The Dallas Stars are a good team. No reason to take them lightly. If they were in any other division, they'd be winning, sitting atop it. But no, that was not the case for the Edmonton Oilers. After 20 minutes, they were down 3-0. Then it became 5-0. And then they had a little bit of a pushback. Evan Bouchard, Norris candidate with his 19th goal of the season. But not a good night for the Edmonton Oilers at the end of the day. What did I say on this show? Jason Robertson, Oilers killer, 4 points, first star.
Jamie Benn, Oilers killer.
I hope you heeded my advice and put some money down on a Robertson goal.
ATG.
I never said to, but I hope you just took what I said.
Tried to convey it.
Yeah, because I don't want to, I don't want to tell people how to live their life and spend their money. But for the Dallas Stars now, 41-14-10 on the season. They have their way with the Edmonton Oilers. And now the Oilers, no time to really worry about it. You head over to St. Louis, take on the Blues tonight just after 6 o'clock. That means pregame coverage here on Sports 1440 gets going at 5 o'clock with Andrew Walker, Donovan Paulson, Landon Ferraro. And I'm assuming Jason Gregor will hang around for a segment or two in this one. Let's look at, though. We can talk about the second round of the Players' Championship. Xander Schauffele, who we were talking about it in 5 questions, and Gregor had said, how's he doing? I always pick him. And he was technically tied for 9th, 2 back yesterday. Well, he's right up there. Corey Connors, that was my pick to win. Hanging in there, -8 through 13, and then Straka as well. Also, -8. Who, just on the topic of it, Gregor said he ripped the ball over his head when he was in Phoenix.
At the WM?
At that course, yeah. But just crushed the ball. Looks beautiful compared to yesterday when it just started pouring out there. Golf in the rain, Duke, to me is maybe the worst thing. I hate it.
To me, it really depends on how heavy of rain and the actual temperature. If it's still kind of warm and the rain's coming down almost like a refreshing, I'll play through it all day. Now, talking lightning and thunderstorm and gale force winds, yeah, meet me in the clubhouse for a hot chocolate and some Baileys or something, dry out. But no, I have no problem playing in a little bit of rain. I'll take a little bit of rain over higher winds.
Your country.
That's the thing about me, Connor. Weather doesn't indicate if I get a day off or not.
Cam says -8. Who the heck says -8?
-8 for what?
8 under par.
Who says -8?
I said -8. Is that
Yeah.
bad? Is that a faux pas?
I don't think it's necessarily common to say that. You say 8 under.
Why can't I say -8?
That's what it says on the screen.
Yeah. Here's the thing, Cam. I've been doing scoreboards for like 18 years, and
can say-
sometimes I have to switch up the words with how I say
Yeah,
things.
you can say whatever
You
you
want me
want.
to say Shoffley 8 under par, Straka 8 under par, Connors 8 under par, Young 7 under par, Bridgman 6 under par? Come on.
That is what I want you to say.
No, we're going to change things up. What am I going to do? Oilers versus the Blues, Kings versus the Islanders, Raptors versus the
Suns.
Sun. Come on, we got to change things up a little bit. I didn't know that was a weird thing to say.
I don't think it's weird. I just don't think it's necessarily common. Pretty much people just say 8 under.
Really? Hey, I've been saying it for years.
I don't know anything much about that when talking about my own golf game because I'm never shooting under. I'm always just hanging around at some bogey golf. That's all a guy can hope for.
What if I said like +3? Is that okay? Or is all of a sudden that's not good either? It's got to be 3 over par.
Or just 3 over.
3 over. Crater Man Jay says elite English. You go 8 deep.
8 deep. I've heard that less than I've heard.
See that's new to me.
I don't hate it.
+3 is normal. Then why isn't -3? I thought it sounded cool.
-3 better than saying -3.
It's like when you and like the cool baseball guys are like, oh, you got Halliday on the bump.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's cool. I thought
rubber match.
I thought dash was cool. Anyways,
Hey, let's get it going. Let's try and coin it.
well, I already have been for years.
There's several phrases that I'm working on coining.
like what?
It's still too early in development to bring to these airwaves. So workshopping.
You're not going to do it yet.
No.
Oh.
I will do it. I'll bring them here when they're ready for the masses.
I'm looking forward to it, to be totally honest
Well,
with you.
it's like in the episode of Community where Chevy Chase's character tries to coin the phrase streets ahead or streets behind.
Yeah.
Never really quite catches on, but that was something I was on board with. So maybe I'll bring that back and try and get it going.
Like in the league, where the guy who's the surgeon tries to like make new quotes up and stuff like that.
That guy's hilarious. It's Andre. Isn't that the character's name?
Yeah, Andre.
Andre.
Dre. Yeah. He's hilarious. That whole show is pretty good.
That's a good show.
Kenneth says -8 is normal for guys that are regularly in the minuses, say. You and me, Hallie. Well, there you go.
My plus minus the Tropics score sheet.
Did we say -3 in hockey?
Yeah.
Is that why I carried it over to golf?
I think you just transferred it.
Well,
Evan Bouchard -3 on the first 3 goals against last night, for example.
I thought they just worked back and forth. Maybe I'll be like, oh, Evan Bouchard 3 under par today. It's transferable. It goes both ways.
Rough night for Evan Bouchard. He was 3 under.
Yeah. Sounds all right, doesn't
Everyone's like, he's like 3 under what?
Just use your
3 under even.
I'd say use your head. Use your head. Think about it. You'll figure it out. Anyways, Lance says we don't need to talk about sports. Let's just spend an hour complimenting each other or talk about the things all the Kachuk brothers say on their podcast. So you haven't listened to it.
Same.
I like when I'm away from work, if I'm listening to a podcast, I'm doing like murder mysteries, types like that.
I can respect that.
HVAC Nick says, I'm sorry, do you say -10 when it comes to weather? No, you don't, but that's not sports.
Yeah, this is a sports show.
HVAC Nick, we're sticking to sports.
We're talking sport.
Come on. That's wild. But a fair point. Fair point. But
and I will say at Nate, when you're being taught how to, write and read, say a newscast or a weathercast, for example, it's because sometimes people just look at page and you immediately say it's like -8. That's for weather. You say minus. You don't say -8. Like it's -8 degrees. Nobody says that. That's not proper.
What's the temperature outside? 8 under par.
It's
17 under par today.
But par is in theory supposed to be average, right? Even.
Yes.
So is 0 in temperature sense even? No, it's below freezing. So you could just say 8 under freezing.
8 under freezing. Yeah.
We got something going here. I'm on board with it.
Changing things. Your next update on Mackenzie, if you want to listen to a true grizzled radio veteran, you'll say Sander Shoffley -8.
leading the pack at -8.
Yeah. Now I'm like questioning my whole life. Did I ever say that? Did I just say today for the first time?
I think you're in your head a little bit about this, guys.
I am. It's wild. Let's do something fun. Text in.
That wasn't fun.
Well, I don't know. You know when you see a word like 500 times and it starts to lose sense?
Yeah.
That's what's happening to me right now. So I just got to change the
Change
subject.
it up.
Text in hockey right now to 1-833-401-1440. One lucky person will win a $50 gift card to McDonald's, which will get shipped out next week. So don't text us, and it'll get sent to you via the mail. And then that person will also be entered to the grand prize for a chance to win a signed Connor McDavid jersey, a signed Connor McDavid NHL Star Stick collectible, a $100 gift card to McDonald's, and a NHL $100 gift card. So there's only going to be 6 of you that are qualified for that one. We'll do it again with the Gregor Show. You can text it to 1-833-401-1440 between 2 and 6.
That's a different code.
His code word will be sticks. But for us, it's hockey. HOCKEY.
Just hockey.
Just hockey.
Don't put anything else in the message. That's important.
Lance won yesterday. I know he's going to enter again, but I think he's ineligible.
He's banned from winning.
Cam texted in, "I'm here, bro." I thought he was going to be here to fight me for my proper use of dash.
I'm at the bike racks outside.
It was quickly followed by, "Oops, wrong person."
He's knocking on the glass over at CFCW. Let me in. I'm here to take on Connor Halley.
He's going to learn a lesson today. Jason and Leduc, 3 under 40. 3 under through 40?
You play, well, in theory, you would play 40 holes over the course of a weekend of golf at a tournament, but I've never heard it quite like that. Like, I guess once you finished a round, like if you do, after today, this will be round number 2. They'll play 36 holes.
Yeah.
Whoever's leading at the end of the day, Corey Connors leading the pack, 8 under through 36.
Yeah. After 2, that's what I would say. Just hit it with another par putt, I do believe.
He put one in the drink a little bit ago, but then he jumped. I don't know if he birdied the next hole or if Straka and Schauffele bogeyed, but they were tied again. So,
Young with a little birdie there to join the group. Cameron, you do any virtual golfing this offseason, dude?
Yeah.
Stay ready.
Well, maybe not, but I did play some sim golf. My good friend Chucky Slick at his new place out East Assured Park put a sim in his shop, which is nice.
Beautiful.
Listen, it's a bit of a trek to get over there. It takes me like 40 minutes from the west side of the city to get to his place, but it's worth it because I can be there for the whole day. We can play like 2 rounds, crush as many beers as we want. He's got lots of space. I'm always welcome to stay over. It's a good time ordering some pizza.
Yeah, it sounds like a good time.
Oh, it's a riot of a time. So I'm feeling loose. I'm ready. I'm Jones and chomping at the bit watching these first 2 rounds of the Players, Connor, to get back out there and play. It's something about golf that makes me, seeing it on TV, big tournament, the 5th major, some say, Masters coming up in another month. It's got me feeling springtime, even if the weather outside disagrees with such statements.
I love those nights. Love to be invited to one sometime. Greater Man Jay says, "Did you know crime podcast audience is majority women over 30 years old?" Well,
is that a shot at Connor or just a fun fact?
I am over 30.
And you have a wife.
I have a wow, but she doesn't. I don't think she listens to other ones, different podcasts. Not me. I like Mr. Ballin. If you ever see him on YouTube, just tells stories. Play some video games while I do it. Husk says, "CH, I watch and have played a lot of golf. Don't hear Dash 2. Not sure I ever have." Husks. Well, maybe I'm out to lunch on this one. Maybe, Husks, you need to listen to more of my updates. I'm specifically going to say it tonight when I do it for the 3, 4, and 5 o'clock updates. Corey Connors leading the pack, Dash 8 after 2 rounds. Other Canadians? And I'll just list those off.
Not faring quite as well.
Not fair. Yeah, absolutely. Ant-Man says, "Hey, guys. Just been wondering, did Declan get paid to tape Bam over his beloved Jimmy Butler jersey?"
Who's paying him to do that? Bam?
It wasn't us, that's for sure. Ben says, "Darnell Nurse, 3 straight birdies for the first period. Phenomenal stretch of holes."
Wrong sport, but yeah, birdies in hockey are bad.
How can we carry this into baseball or something?
What's it called when you?
This is ERA.
Like, do you go if you go 0 for? Is it 0 for 5 or 0 for 3? All on K's, the golden sombrero. That's a bad thing. You don't want that.
Never heard that one. Interesting. Father Various. Last time I went something from you guys a few years back, you had a young lady delivered to my door.
Well, congrats.
It wasn't intentional.
4Ks in a single game. Golden Sombrero.
I've never heard that before.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And it's new.
It's derived from a hat trick, which is, I guess, 3 strikeouts. Platinum is 5 times, and the titanium sombrero is striking out 6 times. Now, those I have not heard. I have not heard a platinum or titanium sombrero.
You don't want that.
Young Carlos Stanton, all-time leader for most career golden sombreros.
Really? Oh, that guy.
He strikes out a lot.
That guy swings for the moon, as you should. So if you miss, you land in the stars. Cardiff Kid says, I caught your Dash comment. I thought it was a creative way to add variety. Thank you. That's all we're trying to do here. Who cares, Husks? Who cares, other guy? Get a grip from MTR. MTR's got my back. Pillman says Dash is a thing. There you go. Even if it's just my thing, we'll roll with it. Jason Leduc says 3 under through 40 minutes, guys. Bouchard a bit more accurately through 10 minutes. LOL. Yeah, it wasn't a great night for Bouch last night. Saying Dash in golf is like calling a quarter in football a period. Wow, I don't know about that. Groff says, thanks, Duke. Now I now know I was a constant Golden Sombrero recipient in my playing days. Who knew that saying Dash 8 could bring so much negativity? It's really not too much negativity, just from a couple people. But you know what? It could change. It could grow. Grow the brand, grow the name, all that sort of thing. Husk was just saying that he just hasn't heard it before, that's all. And watches and plays a lot of golf. You know what you do? You say that when you're golfing with the boys this summer.
Get it going.
Pretty good round.
Got to catch on somewhere.
Dash 3 on the front 9. And they'll be like, oh, that was a cool lingo. Cool way to say it. He's 3 under par. Oh, primarily podcasting Paul says, instead of Dash, I say sub. Sub 4 after 1 round.
But sub means under. So under 4. Like you say sub 0 for anything that's below 0. So sub 4 would be anything that's under 4.
So you don't like that one?
I'm not as... Listen, everybody say what you want.
What about Matt Leduc? Dash 8, negative 8. Negativity. Work with me here. Negative 8. Xander Schauffele, negative 8. Corey Connors, negative 8. I probably won't... Doesn't roll off the tongue as good as Dash for me. Alex says, maybe McDavid should play that tonight. He's done everything else. Now he's the enforcer. The rest of those guys on the team should be ashamed of themselves. Well, here's one for you. How about Radko Gudas last night taking out Matthews and nobody does a thing?
It was a tough look for the Maple Leafs.
That's
really tough.
That's your captain, man. Knee on knee. He's on the ground and nobody does a thing.
Just looking around. Now, if we're looking at this from what he has said himself, a Chris Knobloch type perspective, when things like that happen, we'll take the power play. The Leafs scored 3 times on the 5-minute major.
You don't get a penalty for going and getting in his grill, though.
You can.
Do something.
Listen, I'm here with you. I prefer to see teams with response and leadership and having your teammates back. And maybe it is a little bit more of an old school thought process, but to me, that's ingrained in the game of hockey. You don't got to go in there and after a guy makes a hit, sometimes it's clean, sometimes it's not. Maybe they're going after your best player with a little extra shove or something. You don't got to come in and Evgeny Malkin chop Rasmus Dahlin in the teeth. Like, that's not what you have to do, but just do something that shows you are like that you saw it, you acknowledged it and say, hey, don't think of trying that again. There will be, even if it's like, you don't got to drop the gloves. It's kind of about like just letting them know that it's acknowledged in my eyes. So the Matthews thing was egregious. The McDavid thing in the Oilers game, I don't know. I mean, McDavid kind of had brought, like, it was very clear within like a 1-shift stretch how frustrated he had become with that hockey game, right? The big hit on Sam Steele on the back check. Hey, good play. Took him off the puck. What was a 2-on-1 breaks it up after Steele fanned on the initial shot. Then he goes and gets into it with Myers up at center ice. Bit of a mismatch. I don't think that's a fight that McDavid would necessarily want, or many people would want him to take, but he gets a 2-minute minor. They cash in the power play. The game progresses. So here's the thing. McDavid responds because in his eyes, the guy shot the puck at Draisaitl.
R2 Huru.
No, I think it was the other one.
I thought the other guy got in the way of it. To try to break it up, to not let him get to
maybe.
R2.
Doesn't matter which unpronounceable Stars player's name it
Huru.
was. Huru.
A lot of times I found myself thinking that, who is this guy?
Who is this guy? But I think it was, I don't think it was intentional. I think it was, he's like, his back's to the clock. He knows there's only a couple seconds left. I'm turning and firing this down the ice to avoid any potential last second calamity inside my own zone. Ends up hitting Draisaitl. McDavid takes exception. Whether it's from McDavid, he's your leader, or it's Draisaitl. Like, those guys have shown that they don't shy away from those type of things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you want McDavid doing that every time there's some sort of scuffle or fracas? No, obviously not. It makes him more prone to injury. It's a good chance he's going to end up sitting in the box afterwards, even if it's a coincidental. You don't want him there. You'd hope that other players on the ice could step in and fill that role, but also the willingness from guys like McDavid and Draisaitl to do that, I do think is a positive sign. Like, it's a teammate standing up for a teammate. Doesn't matter which teammate it is.
Yeah.
It's McDavid standing up for Draisaitl.
You're down 5-2.
That matters.
This is not a 3-3 game. Like, I think McDavid's pissed off, and he's like, I'm going to go let out some anger. I mean, I liked the pushback. I liked seeing Trent Frederick keep the gloves on and just wail on guys. Like, you're down in the game.
Like, the game is essentially over.
It's essentially over. Maybe you get one early in the third, but you didn't. You gave up 2 very quickly and lost the game. But we will say that Duchesne goal. You can critique defense. Beautiful effort.
Imagine if that goal had been scored when the game wasn't 6-2 already.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. It wasn't even close to the nicest goal that we saw across the NHL last night. Eklund. Bobby Orr flying through the air and then bats the puck out of midair as he's essentially horizontal. I think it's probably the goal of the year.
And like, couldn't have been more top shelf if he tried.
Oh, just perfect.
Just blasted it.
Really, really cool scene. Good goal. And hey, the Sharks pick up a huge 2 points as they continue to linger around this playoff race. So power to them.
Absolutely lingerers. Yeah, that was a couple of really nice goals. We will take a break here. We'll come back and get to your text. A few more people's thoughts on Austin Matthews and Radko Gudas, that play, the Oilers, and more. And remember, text in the keyword hockey to 1-833-401-1440. Just hockey. Don't need to put your name in it. We got all your info here. And if you win, we'll text you back. You'll get a chance to win a $50 gift card to McDonald's and then be entered into the grand prize draw, which will happen later today, for a chance to win a signed to Connor McDavid jersey, a signed to Connor McDavid Star Stick collectible, a $100 gift card to McDonald's, and an NHL gift card as well. It is Fantasy Frenzy here on Sports 1440, brought to you by Will Hawk Beef Jerky.
Action Electrical's projects team takes the field, folks. Ready to execute the entire play for new commercial builds.
Absolutely. They're masters of design build, sketching strategy from initial blueprints to core electrical infrastructure. The team never misses on complex projects.
Known for handling big league constructions and major renovations, ensuring flawless execution, hire the Action Electrical team to bring home a win for your project. Visit actionelectrical.net.
The Jedi return to Rogers Place.
Tomorrow night, your Edmonton Oil Kings look to trap the Brandon Wheat Kings in Carbonite for the annual Star Wars game. Catch characters on the concourse for out-of-this-world selfies, Calmont Kids food combos for $10 or less. Plus, the Oil Kings will wear special Star Wars-themed jerseys that'll be auctioned and raffled off in support of Sorrentino's Compassion House.
7 p.m. tomorrow. Great family entertainment at Rogers Place starts at just $20 a seat. Save on day of game pricing now at oilkings.ca.
With the lead up to the playoffs underway, players are definitely stepping up their game.
And the fans are doing the same. Simple snacks like chips and dip may work at the front half of the season, but now more and more fans are rocking the Will Hawk Beef Jerky for game time get-togethers.
Just make sure you bring enough for everyone if you want to be invited back for the playoffs.
Make your next hockey game day a Will Hockey game day with Will Hawk Beef Jerky, only available in Leduc. Get yours today, because you don't win games with salad.
Struggling to find skilled workers? What if you could fill your talent pipeline with motivated, pre-vetted youth and receive funding to support your efforts? At Careers the Next Generation, we connect Alberta employers with interns in skilled trades, IT, agriculture, forestry, and more. All WCB covered, high school accredited, safety trained, and ready to contribute from day one. With 83% of RAP students continuing their apprenticeships after high school, investing in youth today means securing your workforce for tomorrow. Don't wait. Visit careersnextgen.ca to get started.
Do you sit around at work listening to sports radio all day? That's right, my friend. There's no shame in it. It's the good life. And we're not here to snitch. Say, if your company advertised on Sports 1440, you could be the one listening for your company's ad every day. Now you've got an excuse to listen to Sports 1440 all day. It's part of the job. Sounds like someone's getting a promotion. Email Gregor at sports1440.ca. And let's get to work for you.
At Fountain Tire, success is a team effort. They're committed to their team members and their customers. And that means treating your vehicle like it's their own and finding solutions that suit your needs. Because whatever the road brings ahead, they're on it with you. Visit fountaintire.com today.
A huge thank you for making Sports 1440 the most listened to sports radio station in Edmonton. From Gregor to Carius to Low Tide, we've got in-depth analysis on all your favorite sports. We are Sports 1440.
Whoa, I gotta put some money on the game tonight. We hit our monthly budget. Whoa, how did you get in here? I'm you, the responsible you. We're right. We'll play another time. Sounds more like us.
If you gamble, use your game sense. Visit GameSenseAB.ca.
You started wearing it to guys' night.
Nice toque, you hoser.
Then you started wearing it to work.
Nice toque, you hipster.
But the truth is, you're not a hoser or a hipster. You're just trying to hide your hair loss. I'm Dr. Vance Elliott, and for over 2 decades, I've used the latest techniques to help thousands save their hair, including my own. Come see me today to explore your options. By the time it warms up enough to take off the toque, you could have a head of hair you won't want to hide. Go to drvanceelliott.com today.
Who should start? Who needs to hit the bench? Find out with Fantasy Frenzy with Halley and Douglas. This is Sports 1440.
Presented by Will Hawk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky.
Welcome back to Fantasy Frenzy here on Sports 1440, brought to you by Will Hawk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky. Online, willhawkbeefjerky.com. Only available in the Duke. Connor Halley, Brandon Douglas, Country Mac, Josh Fenwick with you here. Text lines 1-833-401-1440. And this segment is brought to you by elksnation.ca, 2 weekly podcasts with Eddie Steele and Declan Kruger. You can get it wherever you download your podcast or on YouTube, Elks Nation, and read the articles, elksnation.ca. The season's going to be here in no time. Combine coming to Edmonton. We actually got to get the media passes filled out so people can go down and watch that. That was my.
What if I want to go down and participate? Go down and show my chops. See, the team might bring me on as a new starting guard.
You just line up for the 40-yard dash beside the track and just go.
While they're running, and I'm like racing them.
Yeah, every single time.
Well, every single time. I would do it once and I'd be gassed.
I'm done.
And I'd just be laying there on the turf for like 20 minutes.
They'd have medical staff there just in case, which is good.
Yeah, maybe get a little like massage therapy.
Exactly. Now, just for you guys getting ready for your NFL fantasy drafts, I don't want you to look like a fool. So
yeah, you don't get got.
There was once a running back named Travis Etienne Jr.,
Clemson alum, formerly of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Played for the Jaguars. Now he goes to the Saints. And while speaking to the media, he tells everyone his last name is actually pronounced Etienne.
Etienne.
So it's not Devin Etienne. It's Travis Etienne Jr. So you kind of talked about it from Louisiana, Etienne. He said he tried telling the media and the people at Clemson, and they just never got it. So he's like, all right, fine, Etienne.
Gave up.
Yeah, which is unfortunate because we should really learn people's last names and how to properly say it. So,
well, you should have heard Kevin trying to pronounce Kelsey Mitchell's boyfriend was in studio with her this morning.
Heard it.
He's from Germany. And Kevin's just like, well, let me hear you say it. And then he's like saying it back to him. And the guy's like, yeah, that's good enough. And Kevin's just like, why? He's like, no, I can do it better. Like, Kevin, just let it go.
I found that, talking to a German, civilian, just saying how, like, I knew Edmonton from Alphonso Davies, not from Leon Draisaitl. And it's like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Well, yeah, he played there, and soccer is a way bigger sport in Germany, world, Europe, etc. So
we know about Leon Draisaitl playing here and where he's from, maybe more about like the German culture, not because of Alphonso Davies being there, but because of Leon.
That's from where Leon's from, not from Alphonso playing for Bayern Munich.
Hopefully he's okay.
That'd be devastating if he's unavailable.
You're telling me. Let's jump into the inbox here.
Okay.
I'm going to remind you to text in hockey to 1-833-414-1440 for your chance.
I'm going to check
win.
How many people have texted in through this keyword function that I've learned about. Might be my new favorite thing.
You do it. Hi, boys. Free texting from Tuesday when I texted you at 12:37. Mistakes when you're listening on podcast. Just a reminder to MTR that the Seahawks are champs. That's a shot at MTR, but that's a shot at me. Because the Chargers aren't champs. It's a shot at you, Duke. It's a shot at all of us. Stulo says, if that's McDavid getting hurt by Gudas, I would hope that someone is Bobby Clark and the guy. That sends a message. But maybe I'm old school. Stulo, I think you are old school. But I also think that there has to be some sort of retort. You can't just stand around. And Triple C and Truck said nobody did anything when McKinnon hit Ingram. I think they're slightly different plays. Darnell Nurse was right in there. He's kind of like was part of the collision. A knee on knee is different to me. More of a hockey play. Gudas will have a hearing, but not in person. So he's not going to get more than 5 games if anything is to happen.
So you saw the play, I would assume, Connor?
I did.
So with the opportunity for up to a 5-game suspension for the phone hearing, what do you think gets handed down here?
Did you hear that Crosby had a sprained MCL?
From the Olympics? Like that's what he's currently...
Yeah. That's what, apparently Mitch Marner said that and the Penguins posted it. That was my prediction. I just want to say.
Sports therapy guy.
Dr. Halley. I don't know. I'd say Gudas, he's known as a physical player.
He's a repeat offender. He's been suspended.
I'm going to say 2 games.
Really? Oh, I think it'll be 4 or 5.
4 or 5? Does it being on Austin Matthews change anything?
Yeah.
Does that add to it? You think taking out like a star of the league?
Yeah.
He's taking out national team captains. We can't have this.
Here's the reality if you're the Leafs fan or the Leafs in general. You hope Austin Matthews is okay and there's no serious injury. But if he's banged up and this is like a sprain, as long as there's no tears, anything that requires surgical repair, and now you have valid reason to essentially sit Austin Matthews for the final 15 games of the season, that is good for you. You want to keep your first-round pick this year, and you do that by falling so far down the standings that you enact your top 5 protection on this draft pick.
What if the Leafs' luck has them falling into 6th?
Well, that's what I mean, right? So do everything you can to fall down the standings. The Leafs should be the leading tanking team in the NHL right now.
Yeah, I mean, a few teams should definitely be in the conversation.
Forget 6th, Connor. The Leafs are not in a spot where they can go like a draft pick in the middle. Like it doesn't do them any good, right? So getting a top 5 pick, that is potentially a player that can step in immediately and provide some assistance to this roster that just looks absolutely depleted. And they trade away a couple more guys. Bobby McMahon and Scott Lawton in particular at the deadline here. Now, you've kind of made your bed here, right? You got to make some decisions on guys like Matthew Nyes. Austin Matthews' contract continues to tick away in his long-term future there, but you got Nylander sewed up, a few guys on the back end. Toronto, unless you're going full scorched earth again, which I don't think they want to do. I'd have Brad Treliving has no interest in doing that I wouldn't think. Giving up a pick from 6 to 16 does you no good. You want to use that pick this year and get a player that can help you in the short term. That comes most frequently by picking inside the top 5.
It's true.
So right now, the Leafs are in third last place in the Eastern Conference. 1 point up on the Devils, 5 points up on the Rangers. 67 is their total. That is still, well, hey, that would keep them in the playoff hunt in the West. There's a lot of teams in the Western Conference below them still.
Well, got a long way to go, Maple Leaf Nation.
So it's unfortunate because I just changed my settings here. They're 25th out of 32. But they really play out the string, and teams like the Blues, who are playing much better, win some more games. Maybe the Rangers win some more games. They're red hot. I think they won 3 in a row.
Yeah.
Maybe you can trickle your way down into that chance where with the lottery, unless you get really burned by it, you're picking 5 or something. And you get to keep that pick. The worst case scenario is the 6th pick, obviously.
That's why I think it'd be funny. Like,
congratulations, Boston. You are a first-round playoff team, and you get a pick 6th overall, giving eerily similar sentiments to the infamous Phil Kessel deal where the Bruins got, I believe, Dougie Hamilton and Tyler Seguin.
Yeah.
Both lottery picks.
History, time, flat circle, whatever they say. BG says, when your goalie gets steamrolled, there should be a response. And I agree with you. I totally agree with you. I will say, though, like if you just go back to that McKinnon play, his 5-minute major was rescinded. Radko Gudas is going to get, in all likelihood, 3 to 5 game suspension, right? Like, there's different levels to it. But I do agree. And then, hey, maybe they took that number down for next time for Nathan McKinnon. King of Fort Nasty says, if Chucky Slick took a knee-on-knee from DB, the Duke would stab someone with his skate.
I'd have to take my skate off. It would take me a long time. I'm a slow undresser, but...
And then you'd be 1 foot pushing
1 foot hopping around.
guys.
Now, to more to the point, and this is sent in jest by our friend King of Fort Nasty. Yeah, it's in my time playing hockey, whether it was when I was a kid, like in minor hockey, played a couple years of senior out of Delbert, even in beer league. I'm never going to be a guy that straight up drops the gloves and goes after a guy in beer league because I'll be honest, I think it's never that serious, no matter how egregious it is. And I say that as someone who's lucky enough to have never seen something so bad happen in a beer league game where I feel the need to take things that far. But 100%, if like, just example, I was playing for this team as a sub. My old boss down at Pro Hockey Life texts me every couple times a year, says, hey, we need a body. So I'll go and play. I do not know any of the guys on this team. I show up. We're getting whopped. Absolutely molly-whopped. It's like 9-2. It's 2 minutes left in the game. Shot from the outside, goalie like gloves it down, bobbles it for a second, but it's still like right in front of him, and he's like leaning down to cover it. Covers it. The guy's coming in, pitchforking, trying to steer it loose. I straight up like Alex Pietrangelo style, over the top, Paul Bunyan axe swing, cleave this guy's stick out of his hand, and then give him a shot. I get penalty. That's fine. Like, dude, the game's 9-2 in beer league. It's 12 o'clock at night. Why are you spearing the goalie when you're up 9-2?
Mm-hmm.
Let it go. Context matters in these things, 100%, as you kind of alluded to about the McKinnon response versus the Maple Leafs. Like for the Leafs, you have nothing going for you. You have not won a game in 8 straight. Show something.
Yeah.
And the rest of that game did get quite fiery, contested. Max Domi is going after Beckett Seneca. Several players ended up kind of getting rolled out the gate as the third period progressed, not different from the Oilers and Stars game, as a matter of fact. But yeah, and you heard the coach talk about it. You heard players talk about it. Morgan Riley, others in the leadership group. They recognize that what they let their teammate down and kind of did not have the proper response.
I was playing soccer once. We were like 14, and a guy on my team got knocked to the ground, and a guy on the other team kicked him in the face. That drew a crowd.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's one of the, like, well, a little bit too far. But yeah, I mean, just with the Leafs, like, yeah, you don't have to go fight Gudas, but your captain's out on the ice. Go put a glove in his face. Give him a little cross check, a harmless cross check.
And like,
just so that people watching, you're like, okay, they care a little.
And especially for like the offender matters too, which we got a lot of texts about that following the McKinnon Ingram incident, and people, amongst others, myself, saying I didn't think it was a 5-minute major. So they called it, they upheld it. That's fine. I can see the argument for it. but I didn't think so. And people say, well, would you be saying the same thing if it was Sam Bennett doing that? No, I wouldn't. Because McKinnon plays hard, and he has an edge to him, but he doesn't have a reputation of going ass over tea kettle into goalies all the time. Who is the guy? Chris Kreider. He has a reputation of doing that as a guy that plays in the blue paint all the time. He goes into your goalie. There is reason to have a little bit more skepticism about the intention of it. Nathan McKinnon, to me, that is a hockey play. He is looking for the puck in a game that they are trying to win over a rival opponent, right? Sam Bennett, Chris Kreider. Take your pick of other players that have reputations.
Guy in Minnesota. Hartman.
Ryan Hartman.
Yeah.
And to this point, Radko Gudas, several-time repeat offender, one of the most physical players in the entire NHL. Guys hate him. Yeah, I think he like, did he settle on that shift being like, I'm about to go knee Austin Matthews so hard? No, but he gets beat, and the knee is like a full foot in front out of his chest. He's leading with it.
Yeah.
It's pretty obvious that he knew what he was doing.
Yeah. You know what, though? I will say this. Joined us on the Gregor Show once. Very nice guy. Great interview.
But once
not on the ice.
Between the lines, man, some people flip that switch, and he does it maybe better than anybody.
He's a guy you'd love to have on your team. Too bad he doesn't want to play in Canada.
Which is weird. Isn't he Latvian?
No. What was that Southern California light?
Or no, sorry, he's Czech. Obviously, we know they played against the Canadians.
We had I think it was HVAC Nick, and I tweeted it last night that Gudas has taken out Team Canada and USA captains. I think Radlin's safe at practice. Finland's captain.
Good point.
Keep your head up. We'll take one more break. And when we come back, we'll wrap up the show, let you know what's coming up on the Gregor Show and the Low Tide. We got a text from Scalding Gord. Gord, good to hear from you. It's Fantasy Frenzy brought to you by Will Hawk Beef Jerky.
Hi, Mike here from Northgate Chevrolet Buick GMC. We're the #1 dealer in the world. Just kidding. If we were, would you care? We're the #1 dealer in Canada. Still kidding. You probably still don't care. Tell you what you will care about, our March Madness sale going on right now. Discounts up to $30,000. And the grand opening of our Autoplex, a massive indoor showroom. No self-proclaimed titles, no iPads, no trips to Vegas or hockey jerseys, just a really good deal. Stop in and see us today, 13215 97th Street, or visit us online at northgategm.com.
You're in Northgate country.
Hey, Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $500,000 on Mega Jackpots Ocean Bells? Think about the season tickets you could lock down with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there's never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
Bringing every project to life requires the right team. By joining the Japa Machinery Group service or sales teams, you can be part of setting a new industry standard. Celebrating a legacy of excellence with Japa. Learn more at japamachinery.com.
A pizza from Papa John's is already pretty great, but you know what's even better? 2 pizzas from Papa John's. For a limited time, get a medium one-topping pizza for only $6 when you order any large specialty pizza at regular menu price. Whether you're feeding your family, your team, or yourself, get your next meal from your locally owned and operated Papa John's with a $6 one-top medium when you order any large specialty at regular menu price. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Cantork has turned 25. That's right, 25 years of building tools so good, they practically torque themselves. Hard work and innovation equals problem solved. See our latest designs at cantork.com.
At GS Construction, every winter plan becomes a spring project. Every repaired line and every improved system is how we build the next chapter of Edmonton's infrastructure. And we can't do that without the best and the brightest in the field. That's why right now, GS Construction is looking to hire experienced top men, pipe layers, and operators who can step in and hit the ground running. With a people-first mentality, career growth, and comprehensive benefits, why would you want to work anywhere else? To apply, visit gsconstruction.ca.
Silent Ice Sports and Entertainment is an innovative market leader across Western Canada. Properties include the Spruce Grove Saints, the Junior Prospects Hockey League, Silent Rides Charter Company, the Hockey Super League, and the newly launched Female Super League. Silent Ice also owns the Western Hockey League Seattle Thunderbirds and operates the Morinville AAA Arena. The Silent Ice Center, a new state-of-the-art entertainment facility in Nisku, features 2 sheets of ice, a 1,600-seat arena, as well as Summit Restaurant. Learn more at silentice.com.
Start your day with a blast of sports. Kevin Carius, along with Brandon Douglas, brings the fire, the fun, and the fearless takes. Weekdays, 7 to 11. Text Kevin, 883-401-1440. Mornings with Sports 1440.
Every morning, you look in the mirror and see less of yourself. Hair loss can feel like losing a part of who you are.
But it doesn't have to be that way. Hi, I'm Dr. Vance Elliott. At Advanced Hair and Skin Surgery, we understand the pain of hair loss. Our advanced hair restoration solutions won't just bring back your hair, they'll help you face the mirror with confidence.
Good morning, you sexy beast. Visit drvanceelliott.com today because it's time to be the man you remember.
Some deals are too good to be real. Not at Tim's. For just $8.99, get a hearty loaded wrap with wedges and Coke. A real meal. And for $8.99, a real deal. Try it at Tim's. Plus tax. At participating restaurants in Canada for a limited time. Terms apply.
Flea and tick season is here. Scratch and save at Pet Value with Canine Advantage 2 and Advantage 2. Scratch to win up to $50 off your purchase. Get your card at your local Pet Value store before April 1st.
Get the inside scoop for your team on Fantasy Frenzy with Halley and Douglas on Sports 1440.
Presented by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky.
$11:46. Welcome back. It is Fantasy Frenzy here on Sports 1440, brought to you by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky online. WilhaukBeefJerky.com. This is your last chance to text in code word hockey, just hockey, HOCKEY to 1-833-401-1440. In about 3 to 5 minutes, the Duke is going to pick a winner here, and you will win a $50 gift card to McDonald's. Plus, you're entered for the grand prize draw. A signed Connor McDavid jersey, a signed Connor McDavid NHL Star Stick collectible, a $100 McDonald's gift card, and a $100 NHL gift card. We'll do that draw later today during the Jason Greger show. Madison just says, OMG, I bleeping love McDonald's. LOL. Madison, me too.
Me 3.
Hard to disagree with that.
Our DP, Josh Fenwick, brought in some breakfast sandos for the crew this morning. I had 3. Because Josh brought in 2 each for everybody. He was feeling very generous. And then Carius only ate 1 of his, I believe. It was left sitting here on the desk. Offered to you.
Wasn't for me.
You turned it away. Josh himself turned it away. Granted, we did not offer it to the intern.
Just could have.
Mackenzie, be very frank with me. Would have you eaten this breakfast sandwich that had been sitting on the desk for the past 4.5 hours?
Maybe. Time doesn't really bother me.
Yeah, okay.
The egg kind of does.
Country
Mackenzie and I clearly in lockstep on this. That I will not intentionally, but say I order pizza and I have it and I like eat a couple pieces and then set the box on the counter and I forget to put it in the fridge like when I go to bed. I have no problem eating that the next morning. I'll usually nuke it, as I always do. Air fryer, total game changer.
Yeah.
But like the fact that it did not go in the fridge overnight is not scaring me away from eating it. And I know you are not usually exactly in the same train of thought.
Yeah, I mean, that would have been fine. But the thing was, why did he bring those?
It was penance.
For what?
Being late earlier this week.
He didn't hurt me by being late. He only hurt you. So it's not for me and Carius.
Wow. So honorable.
Hey man,
I like
just
Josh.
trying to pay for my sins.
Connor Halley is like the Edard Stark of this station. Just nothing but
Am I going to
honor.
die?
Well,
Nothing
I mean,
but honor, and your honor may be the end of you.
Connor, you also bring in Tim Hortons like 2 or 3 times a week. Like, maybe just let someone give something to you for once.
What's the other thing you brought? Because you're addicted to these too good to go things. And
Yeah, here's the thing,
it's
guys.
purely the mystery that Connor's like excited to see what he gets for $5. You went like it's normally from whatever Tim's or some other bakery's place, whatever.
Yeah.
But you went to like a gas station.
Yeah. So like that's like Josh, like you bring this, it's generous. No, it's just because I love the thrill of the game.
Connor,
you know?
that's how much Connor loves gambling. He's
What's-
$5
what's it
too
gonna
good
be?
to go collection.
So that was just a gas station, and it gave me a bag. There was 2 protein bars, a bag of beef jerky, and a pack of gum that was expiring in 2 weeks, which I gave to Josh.
Does gum expire?
Allegedly, yeah. Well, I told you. I said, how much gum do you chew? If you have a piece a day, it's going to be fine. But if you extend that, it's going to expire. Yeah, it's just I don't want everybody to get on this app because then all of a sudden there's not going to be any.
Yeah, everyone's going to be taking your
boxes
goods.
for me. But it's like when we went to that card store downstairs and they had those mystery bags. I was like, I got to buy one. I got to see what's in there. So, yeah, a guilty pleasure for sure. I love it. Never goes well for the king in the north when they go south. It's true. Well, yeah. Where did the Red Wedding happen?
River Run.
Is that how far south is that?
Well, that's like the transition from the north because through the Riverlands into the Crown Lands.
You got to stay north.
You got to because that's crossing. What's that called? The river. The Trident? No,
Styx?
That's where the battle was. I can't remember. I'm actually due for a rewatch because new season of House of the Dragon comes out this year. So I just finished watching Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I need to rewatch all of Game of Thrones and then the first 2 seasons of House of the Dragon in advance of season 3 of House of the Dragon. And maybe even Night of the Seven Kingdoms again because it was that good.
I will say Jon Snow did go south, right? But bent the knee.
Way south.
But then he bent the knee. So
All the
he
way to
stayed
Dragonstone.
okay. Coming up next year on Sports 1440, it'll be the Lowdown with Low Tide. Of course, they'll recap last night's Oilers loss and more. They'll be joined by Steve Lansky, Big Mouth Sports, the youngest producer in Hockey and Canada history. And then from 2 to 6, it's the Jason Greger Show. That'll be your next chance and final chance to qualify to enter for a $50 gift card at McDonald's. You'll just have to text in the code word STICKS, but don't do so until 2 o'clock. We'll have Spec joining us on this show. Juan, the aggressive Oilers Nation will be by. Andy Strickland, St. Louis Blues ringside reporter and co-host of the Cam and Strick podcast. We'll have Cam takes 2-minute warning. Colin Livingston for the Cantor Grace Report, and Craig Button from the NHL on TSN. And then at 5 o'clock, we kick things over to pregame coverage with Andrew Walker. Now, Duke, before we wrap it up here, you have the legitimate randomizer open.
Yeah.
We've talked about in the past where it's just us. We are the randomizer.
Sometimes.
Now you have the option. So when you're ready, I will let you select a winner.
Our winner, Connor, is Marshall Mulek.
Marshall. Congratulations, Marshall. If you're listening, please text in full name, which we already have. We have your phone number. So we just need your address and email, I believe, with the postal code there as well.
Connor, just before we wrap, I do want to remind everybody.
So I can look you up. Yes, Josh.
Entries into our bracket challenge for March Madness. Selection Sunday, only a couple days away. If you want to enter a bracket, $10, half of the winnings or half of the pot will go to our winner, and the other half will go to the Ben Stelter Foundation. I selected that as our charity of choice. Can never really go wrong.
Which one, sorry?
The Ben Stelter Foundation.
Oh, great pick. I love it.
Great pick, right? Can never go wrong. So $10 e-transfer to me, Brandon, BRANDON at sports1440.ca. That is how you get entered. You need to include your email address in the memo line, the message line of your e-transfer. I will then send you the invitation link to the pool. You can get it all set up, and then once the brackets is made on Sunday night for Selection Sunday, you'll be able to make your selections, obviously. And as we go through first four and et cetera, and Tuesday, all ahead of the tournament actually tipping off on Thursday, we'll be taking entries through the end of Wednesday's show. If you send me an entry over the weekend and I do not get back to you immediately, fear not. I'm just going to be a little preoccupied for a good stretch of the weekend. I have some hockey games, bad service in the arena. I will get back to you Sunday night. I promise. So $10, Brandon at sports1440.ca, e-transfer. That is how you enter our March Madness pool. It's a lot of fun. You don't got to be a basketball expert to enter. I'll say that much.
MTR said, I've never heard of Marshall in my life. At least the clown who won yesterday is a loyal listener and texter. Lance?
Oh, Marshall texts all the time. I'm going back through his things right now.
Yeah. I mean, Lance is very loyal. The randomizer happened and we were like, oh, cool. You think I would pick a Raiders fan, MTR? Is that what you're trying to say? I don't know if anyone's actually accusing us of that, but the randomizer did it. That music means we are done. Thank you guys for tuning in today. We'll be back on Monday to do it all over again. Again, if you want to get on the 1440 March Madness Bracket Challenge, you got to e-transfer $10 to Brandon at sports1440.ca. And remember to include your email in the memo so he can send you the link. For the Duke, Josh and Mackenzie, I'm Connor Halley. Check the podcast. If you guys missed it, we would appreciate that. Go to the YouTube stream as well and give it that thumbs up. Up next, Low Down Flow Tide. But first, a Sports 1440 update with Mackenzie, brought to you by Will Hawk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky, online at willhawkbeefjerky.com, only available in Leduc.
This is a Sports 1440 update.
Only 2 games in the NHL tonight. The Oilers are on the second half of a back-to-back in St. Louis. Puck drop at 6. We've got pregame coverage with Andrew Walker starting at 5. And the Islanders host the Kings. 8 games in the association. Raptors host the Suns. Tip-off at 5:30. Cavs take on Dallas. Timberwolves are in Golden State. Jazz are on the road in Portland. Bulls and Clippers have the late slate. The second round of the Players' Championship is underway. Canadian Corey Connors is in second. Nick Taylor is tied for 49th. Mackenzie Hughes and Taylor Pendrith are both tied for 68th. In the AJ, Devon is in Whitecourt, and Grand Prairie hosts Drayton Valley. BCL action, both Sherwood Park and Spruce Grove are at home. Crusaders host West Kelowna, and Saints meet Cranbrook. 1 game in the PWHL. The Seattle Torrent are on the road in St. Paul, taking on the Frost. And the Pandas are in Langley for U Sports Volleyball Championships. They'll be taking on Montreal this evening. Next on Sports 1440, the Lowdown with Low Tide, Declan Kruger and Josh Fenwick. I'm Mackenzie, and that's your